It's morning. I couldn't fucking sleep. So, I'm here to tell you what a good breakfast is. Now, before waking up my neighbors with my loud ass voice, I'm gonna just bring it to you like what you should be eating in the morning. Everything. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it's because throughout the day, your body uses up the calories you put into it. Do you really use up calories while you're sleeping? Yes, to rebuild your muscles, to do all those, but you're not going to be constantly moving. I'm sure any of you guys have taken a physics class. I'm forced to because I'm an engineering major, so physics is like everything. But energy is just work. Work and energy are the same thing, or heat. But that's a completely different thing. Work is equal to force times distance. So the force is your body weight, and the distance is how far you move. That's how much energy your body has to use to propel you forward. And a calorie is like 4,190 joules, I think, each one. So quite a few calories and, well, quite a bit of energy in food, but you have to bear in mind how much you move on a daily basis. It's a lot more than you think, especially someone like me who have to walk 3 miles to get to my classes every day. Not fun. Actually, it's quite enjoyable. But when it comes down to breakfast, you can pretty much eat a little bit of everything. This morning, for instance, I had myself the rest of this. Some ground turkey. Yep, turkey in the morning. It was actually pretty great, and it's feeling good in my stomach. With this nifty George Foreman grill right here. You can get one of those. They're pretty awesome. You just throw the stuff on, close the pan, it grills it both sides for you nice and even. It's leveled nice on an incline, so all the grease runs down. So you get that minimal amount of saturated fat and that maximum amount of protein and that nice, just pure stuff that builds your muscles and keeps you going throughout the day. But as we speak, I'm getting my daily gasoline intake for all my calories to be burned off and not to be burned through my protein intake. You do not want your body to metabolize your protein into calories. You don't want that because then it's not going to be used to refill it, to rebuild your muscles. You want to make sure it's as much of your carbohydrates as possible because fats have to go through a medium before they get burned, and that medium tends to be it packing on to your body. And if you really want to look really good while you're working out, you don't want as much fat on you. You want as little fat as possible. So I'm boiling up some brown rice. And you guys can just take my word for it, I hope. It's right here. You might even be able to hear it. Yeah. So that's not it, though. I'm planning on also boiling up some vegetables. In particular, broccoli. Broccoli's got those irons, vitamin A, vitamin C, plenty of great vitamins that keep your blood nice and healthy, make sure your bones aren't breaking, make sure you don't go blind. It pretty much has all the vitamins a lot of the vitamins you need on a daily basis, as well as dietary fiber and protein. Not the right type of protein, but that incomplete protein gets normally completed by the meats you take in on a daily basis. Speaking of eggs, if you've got eggs and you like eggs, eat eggs. Eggs are cheap. They are full of protein. I think each egg is like 6 grams of protein. Yeah, on average. They're cheap as hell. Like a dozen eggs, $2. Really? And that's $2 for about 64 grams of protein in that one tray. And if you just spend $10, that's 640 grams of protein. It's like 3 days worth of protein if you're like just on a typical lifting diet. It's pretty great. That's how I got started. I just eat a crap load of eggs. And one thing you might want to try, eggs mixed with tuna. Talk about a protein shot. 4 eggs mixed with 1 can of tuna. I'm a big fan of tuna. Not many people are, but I like it, so it comes in handy. And one time I had 6 eggs mixed with 2 cans of tuna. Holy shit, and I ate that whole thing. I was stuffed, but man, I could just mentally, it was just satisfying knowing how much protein I stuffed into my body for the day. Especially today when I only got 4 hours of sleep because my body was being mean to me. Some green tea. And one good way to do it, Get yourself a nice gallon. This just happened to be milk. I washed it out, and here I scribbled tea onto it. Dropped about 8 tea bags in there. Fill it with water. Boom. You've got a nice source of energy throughout the day. I learned that from Buff Dudes. If you ever want to check out that YouTube channel, I'd recommend it. Good taste, got some antioxidants, makes you pee a lot, get some toxins out of your body. Perfect for if you're wanting to make sure you keep your body nice and just all the right stuff in. And water. Make sure you keep that water going. Water not only helps your body with metabolizing your food and digesting it, it also keeps you well hydrated and makes sure your body can pump out those toxins as quickly as possible. Nothing slows down your body's natural function like toxins. If your body's clean, it only has to worry about using all that energy to rebuild after you've been working out. And today is back day, so that means deadlift. Yeah, I need to make sure that my body's working hard so I can use the king of all exercises to build me up as much as possible. If you want a deadlift, I'd recommend it. So, as far as a morning ritual goes, you might want to stick with the protein, heavy stuff, and a lot of carbs. Especially if you're on the move a lot, carbs are your friend. Don't diss carbs. People always diss those carbs saying, oh, they'll make you gain weight. Yes, they'll make you gain weight if you eat a bunch of carbs and sit on your ass, because then your body takes that extra energy that carbs are giving you and just stores it as fat. But if you make sure you burn them off, you're not going to get fat because your body's burning it and using it, and you will shit a lot. It's full of fiber and great for your digestive tract. So please, brown rice, whole wheat bread, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes taste great, and they're also full of that great long-lasting energy in the form of that sweetness. It's not simple, it's complex, but it still tastes sweet and good. So what is there not to love about it? So when it comes down to it, guys, don't avoid carbs. Don't avoid fat. Saturated fats are great. They taste great. Just make sure you don't pump your body full of them. Like McDonald's. Don't stay away from fast food. Try to make all your food at home. And if you stick to the cheap stuff, chances are the cheap stuff is also the healthiest, if you know what to look for. And I'm going to get onto that in a different time. So guys, thank you for watching. And take care, guys.